Warm greetings to everyone. With the grace of God, it's again the day when we all are gathered from different parts of the world for a 16th episode of Unheard Stories, the True Intellectual Warriors. This is Rasleen, your today's host, with my co-host Kavya Banga. Kavya is a grade 8 student of Modern Delhi Public School. She is the creative coordinator of Heads Youth League Association. She likes to paint, draw, and do creative things.
Thank you, Rasleen, for this wonderful introduction. Let me introduce you all to this amazing personality, Rasleen. Rasleen is in grade 8, studying at Oxford School, Canada. She loves to dance, paint, and play harmonium. She is the international coordinator of Heads Youth League Association and has interviewed many intellectuals till the date.
Thank you very much, Kavya. I have had a wonderful journey in Heads since 2021, and I have learned a lot from the managing director of Heads, Dr. Erna Vadkar, and my other mentors. Heads, Harvest Education Transformation Solutions, is registered with MSME, Government of India in May 2017, ISO 9001 2015 certified. Another progressive turn with the launch of Hest Pratishta India Trust NGO Foundation in 2021, where HEDS aspires to empower women, children, and people across all genders, academic dropouts, through education, develops knowledge, skill development, educational and corporate training, improving employability scope, assessment, and counseling projects. Heads is an education consulting and service company exclusively dealing with end-to-end education service provider Pan India. Our team works with the educational institutions in planning, developing, and managing education institutions that meets their vision, mission, and goals. Heads has more than a decade of experience setting up and running schools and preschools across the country. Transformation can happen only through focus and passion apart from learning, teaching, and leadership. I'm feeling proud to share that the true spirit behind such transformations is none other than Dr. Arna Ma'am. Dr. Arna Ma'am is the founder and managing director of HEDS, Harvest Educational Transformation Solutions. She is the founder and chairperson of Health Pratishta India Trust and the resource person of Indianka Learning Private Limited, Britannica. Also, she is the advisory board member and mentor of Mount Literacy School and the advisory board member and counselor of Green Eden Public School. Along with all this, she is also the president of WICI, Women's Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry for Karnataka Training and Development Council. We always learn something new every time from our beloved ma'am, Dr. Anna Vadkar. She is a true combination of beauty and brain. Thank you, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. Now it's time to meet the intellectual of the day for whom everybody is waiting eagerly. Dr. Anuroop Kaur, who is here to share her stories with us. She is the Director President of NNCS and Chief Management Officer of HEDS. She has experience of more than 25 years in the field of education. She is a renowned public speaker, author, and a social worker too. She is innovative and always ready to make things better for everyone. For her contributions, she has been conferred with many inspiring awards.
I'm thrilled to have this information from you, Rasleen. After this, I'm feeling so proud to be on this platform today, and I'm really excited to have a conversation with our intellectual of the day. I wholeheartedly welcome you, ma'am. And now, starting with my question set. Question number one. We know that you are into so many things. You write books, you are a public speaker, you are an educator, and you are the chief management officer of HETS. And I really want to know, how do you manage all the roles, and is it by chance or by choice?
Wonderful question, Kavya. And I think this is the basic question that every professional has in his or her mind. The only thing is to learn how to manage your time, and you have ample of time to do lot many things. I know it is difficult to manage several things at the same time, and you will be surprised to know that I'm associated with all these things on regular basis. Moreover, I successfully complete all my tasks on time with full dedication. Not only this, I'm associated with several other things, and I'm thankful to God for keeping me busy in such activities, which actually gives me a kind of self satisfaction. Generally, people develop their society by doing parties or get together, or they go out to have a long trip or something. But I basically feel get connected to the society by doing such noble tasks, and that makes me happy, which is always contented. Everything is by choice, but I would like to share that I always get such chances to show my choice in such a beautiful manner, for which I have already said that I'm thankful to God that I get such kind of chances to make my choice. I learned to grab good opportunities from my father, and he is my role model. He was a doctor, a great musician, and an excellent sculptor. I learned his tricks of time management by watching him since childhood. I truly agree that parents are the first teachers for their kids. And this is what is the keynote of this particular thing in my life, that how to manage your time.
Wow, that's amazing to know. And I'm curious to know about the incidents that actually inspired you to become an educator.
Sure, I would like to share. Basically, I'm an author by heart, and it's my passion to resolve everyone's problem, whosoever comes in my way, and share. And that actually led me to the path of teaching. When I passed my graduation, my cousin insisted me to apply for the teacher's post in her school because she used to learn from me at home. And at that time, I was also a student, and I never thought of becoming a teacher, but I was not even knowing what the profession is. But I felt that I found a teacher in myself when I was helping small kids to learn better with different strategies, which nowadays NEP is promoting basically. So I was doing those strategies at that time. I applied in the school where I was studying in my primary classes. And there at that time, my cousin was studying. So when I applied, my principal, he saw me, and he appreciated me like anything. Uh, I got selected in the interview, and it was something, a kind of very big achievement for me at that time. After getting married, my mother in law inspired me a lot to grow in my profession. I completed my PhD and then joined Eros Polytechnic as a coordinator. And I would like to share that I'm really thankful to the chairman of Eros, Mr. Opitaneja, for giving me this particular opportunity to teach in the school and handling Polytechnic as an administrator too at the same time. I learned a lot from him. Then I became vice principal in Raval International School, where the chairman, Mr. C.B. Raval, always appreciated my different strategies for my hard work and my creativity too. He always inspired me to do something new. I would also like to extend my gratitude for my director of Arkham Academy, who gave me the opportunity to serve in his school as a principal. There, I have learned so many things about CBSE. That was my first experience as a principal, and I got lot many things to know about. I got a wonderful exposure at that time. I kept on moving towards the success, and today I'm here in Halifax. But I would like to say that the journey I started from St. Jude's School, where my principal helped me to grow, that was the first step that I cannot forget in my life. All the teachers who taught me, I mean, unknowingly, I think I was adoring them and I wanted to become like them. So, even in my primary classes, my junior classes, my high school, my senior secondary, and even in my graduation, then post graduation, then PhD, uh, I mean, I cannot forget any of my teacher. Whatever I am, just because of all these good people who actually nurtured me. So I would like to say that students should believe their teachers. If they really try to understand them, they will get a lot to learn. So today, when I see myself, I mean, I'm here in Halifax, and here also, I would like to thank the principal and vice principal of Oxford School who helped me to continue with my profession here too. So I'm really thankful that all these people met me and made my life easier.
Indeed, it's so wonderful that you are just being the senior of the place. You were a junior and you were inspired by all the senior, and now you're inspiring us, like all of us. On the other hand, I would really like to know that what is the definition of teaching to you? Like, how do you define teaching as a teacher or mentor?
Yes, sure, Kavya. That's a wonderful question, and I would like to answer this question in a very particular manner. As per me, teaching is the second side of that coin, where on the first side, we get the impression of learning. In simple words, I strongly believe that teaching cannot take place without learning. This learning happens in three parts. First part, to learn the need of the learner to learn something. Second part is learn what and how to teach. And then third part, when learner is ready to learn with these three steps. I mean, basically, to whom we are going to teach, what is the need, and if we understood the need, how to fulfill that, and when that child or student is ready, I mean, that kind of situation that we need to create. These three steps are really important. And I feel that including all these three steps, we can explain the actual teaching learning process. And that is the true definition in my words.
Yes, ma'am. And I would also like to know that everybody is different. So, like you teach people. So, do you feel like that every student has the same way you need to teach them, and there is different way you need to apply on every student?
Um, there are lot many things that we can understand like it is not going to happen same for everyone, because everybody has different mindset, different limitations, different capabilities. So we need to understand what exactly the need is. If we come to the level of the child, then only we can proceed with teaching learning process. So that's important to understand, which we actually learn when we start our B.Ed, I mean the teachers training course, anywhere all over the world. I mean, it is set to give individual attention, to come to the level of the child, because without that, we cannot fulfill the needs.
It's just so insightful. Further, like I would like to know if there are any limitations which come to you when you are teaching.
There are lot many limitations, Kavya. A limitation of curriculum, limitation of education system, limitation of parents' expectations, and many other things. But students and different adjectives associated with them cannot become limitation, which we generally hear from everyone. If we plan and communicate properly, as I said, the whole game is of individual attention. So we need to observe, we need to be very much open. And if we make a proper plan and if we communicate properly, because for a teacher, it is important to give individual attention, and that also by coming to the level of every child. So we need to plan everything. And if we are doing it in a very particular manner, so definitely teaching learning is going to happen smoothly.
Beautifully explained. Like it's gonna be so helpful for the educators out there. Now that was what we talked about the teacher Anuroop Kaur. But now we would really like to know about you in person. Like I would like to know about your hobbies.
Mm-hmm. Um, if you talk about my hobbies, I love to write. As I said, that's my passion. So since childhood, I'm writing. Um, and I love to paint. I love to sing. So this is what even I feel that we should give chance to every child. Now, looking every child in a different manner has also become my passion. That is also my hobby, to spend time with kids, with intellectuals. So I think that every person should get me time so that he or she can balance between me and my society, which is really important. That's it. I think I have given my answer, or do you want to know anything else?
That was like great how you explained you like to spend time in looking at children, spending time with them, because every child is not the same. You need to look
Right.
at them and take a look at how they are, what their mindset is. Like we've heard that you're into NGOs too, so we would like to know about your NGO activities.
Yeah, of course. I am associated with different NGOs, and basically, I'm into counseling. I just try to understand the needs, what exactly, if I talk about Halifax, here we are working for newcomers, students, senior citizens. Basically, our aim is to remove the gap among generations and mm, different communities, which is the basic problem of today's world. And if I talk about, this is the very, I mean, it's noble cause. If we interact with different students all over the world. So in the same series, I'm associated with HEADS, Harvest Educational Transformation Solutions, and that is also a very, I mean, famous name in the world of NGOs, who is trying to promote teachers, who is trying to bring students on the common platform where they are exchanging their ideas for culture and diversity. So, by this, we all are trying to create a beautiful world for everyone where they can understand, know about each other, and in the world of globalization, where we need everyone's help to grow better. So, it's really required to understand the need, and this is the need of the hour, what I feel.
That was like really nice. Now, we had all this set of questions collected for you, but now I want to ask something which is quite different from the topic. But hearing that you're a counselor, I would like to ask that I am also in that teenage. And what is the one problem which you feel makes the teenagers to be a little different from the other ages, like the childhood or the adulthood?
Mhm. See, nowadays, teenagers, they have lot many things to see in this world because their mind starts working in a different direction. They feel that they are independent, they know everything, although it's a learning stage where they may not be aware of everything. And they are also facing a kind of challenge, which is created by the society. Basically, people are expecting a lot from them. Even the parents, in earlier times, parents used to spend good time with the kids. But now, parents are into so many things. They spend some time, but the time required by the teenagers and a kind of support on each and every step, which is missing. But the demands are high. And that is the basic challenge where teenagers are not able to balance between me and my society. They get into a kind of peer pressure. They do not understand what is right and wrong because of less experience, because of less support by the parents or other elderly members. So, uh, I mean, the challenges are more, and the support and the guidance is less, which is missing. And that is why, I mean, the teenagers, they get into depression. Nowadays, if we talk about the data that comes in front of us, says that teenagers are getting into depression, they are moving towards drugs and all other things. So it's better to give them a kind of training where they can become balanced personalities rather than putting them into a kind of challenge where they have to prove themselves, because this is the age where they will select the right path or maybe they get diverted to the wrong path.
That was so great to hear. It just gives me a mirror effect to see where I'm going, where I'm wrong, where I'm right. That was everything we had to ask you. But one last question is that, what is the one message that you would like to give to our viewers to motivate them with your positive thoughts?
Mm-hmm. Sure, Kavya. And I would like to share because this is really important to share our messages with each other. First of all, I would like to give my message to all the students to have trust in your teacher and in your parents too. Because whatever you are listening from them may not be good for you as per your thinking, but If they are telling, they know that it will take you to the right path. My next message is for parents whom I would like to request to spare more quality time with the kids so that they can understand the meaning of balanced life. Because if parents do something in front of their kids, that becomes a kind of choice. They learn from them, they make them role model. As I said, I used to see my father a lot, how and what he used to do. So the same, I request all the parents to spend more and more quality time, whatever they can. Next, I would like to request everyone to develop healthy environment in the family to avoid mental health issues. Love and care is the base of a family life. And we all need a very happy family. I'm really thankful to my husband and my daughters for everything they do for me. They support me. Whatever I am, it is just because of their support. And it shows that we can create that environment at home where everybody can get opportunities to move towards success. Similarly, never leave your good friends. I still have my childhood friends in touch with me. With these words, I advise everyone to make good friends and spend quality time. Do not get into stress, do not get into wrong peer pressure. Identify good things, and whenever you get into any kind of problem, take suggestions from your parents, your teachers, and your well wishers. So, have a good family, have a good society, and become a good society member. Thank you very much for these lovely questions, Kavya.
You're welcome, ma'am. It was great talking to you. A great conversation.
Astounding conversation. Thanks for your motivating message, ma'am. We are so blessed that we got an opportunity to know so much about you. Thanks for sparing your time and sharing your unheard stories with us. With this, on behalf of his family, I express my gratitude to God for the incredible achievement of completing the 16th episode of Unheard Stories, the True Intellectual Warriors. For this wonderful initiative, I pay my heartfelt gratitude to the founder and managing director of HITS, Dr. Arnav. This move is definitely going to inspire many of us. I'm thankful to our guest, Dr. Anuroop Kaur, for sharing her stories with all of us. I'm obliged to all the other members of HEADS for their unstated support. From the bottom of my heart, I'm thankful to all the audience present here. Thank you, everyone, once again.